Hey, we're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an stspod.club production. I'm BT, and over there is my buddy Rhino JB. Brother, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you, BT?
Hey, how's it looking, man? How's it looking?
I'm hot shot.
What do they call this? Popping? Is that what they? Is that
popping your collar?
I'm popping my collar. That's what the young folks say. Young folks like you, JB. You one of them youngins.
I'm not as young.
Popping
as
my collar, but like the hot snots. That's right? The hot snot. Oh, my bad. I think
that's it.
Hey, guys. This is episode 89. Oh, wow. Episode 649 of stspod.club. With this past week, we had WTF, our top show, unless it has something to do with Memphis wrestling. And next Friday, man, Rhino, I want to put this on the calendar for everybody. Next Friday, not this coming Friday, but next Friday, November 11th, my birthday. There you go, my birthday. You can start sending in. This is Saturday, so you got a whole week to start celebrating and sending me presents. All right, guys, every week we do hits, misses, MVP, question of the week. What do you want to see on next week's show and must see? So tell me, Rhino, what are your hits for the week?
My hits this week, we had a very, very special show with the stars of tomorrow. BT, I want to start with that production. I think this was some of the greatest production, if not the greatest production of an episode for Memphis wrestling, period. I think there were some minor mic issues there going a little fading in and out. Like I said, minor mic issues. I thought the production of this whole thing from a visual to audio standpoint was absolutely perfect. We also saw Mackenzie Morgan versus Nyx. Nyx got the W in that one, but Mackenzie Morgan making her wrestling debut, I thought was absolutely fantastic, agile, athletic. I think once before we had mentioned that Mackenzie Morgan can do it all, and she really proved that in the ring as well.
Yep.
Inside and outside the ring, she can really do it all. We saw Derek King come out talking about being a coach for these youngins here at the Memphis Wrestle Center and the Stars of Tomorrow, and out comes BJD, Big John Dalton, or as I like to call him, BIGJD. Man, BJD gets the A-OK from parents and the officials, the Hollywood or the championship committee.
That's right.
You know, he gets the okay to wrestle. He challenges his coach. His coach, Derek King, slaps him in the face.
Gets a taste slapped out of his mouth. That's what happens. Gets a taste slapped out of his mouth.
Later in the episode, we heard Dustin say that was out of love. And I was thinking, I've only been slapped like that one time in my life, and it was by my mama. So it's got to be out of love, BT. It's got to be out of love.
There you go.
Derek King slaps BJD, and they're going to have a match next week. That was absolutely amazing. I love that. You also saw Alan Steele speaking facts about these stars of tomorrow, also remaining in character as well. It's not a character. That's Alan Steele for you.
That's Alan Steele right there. Yeah.
You know, I've had a couple of nights. I've been able to spend a couple of nights there watching them train and watching Alan Steele coach. And let me tell you, he's got a special connection with each and every single one of these students. And man, from the coaches to the students, they really give it their all. Everything he said was just pure facts. We saw Ray Collins go against the boss, Ethan Ross, or is he the sauce? There's a boss and some sauce. There's a little bit of everything. There was also a loss, if you will. Ray Collins wins that one by disqualification. We saw the hot shots interfere, but I thought Ray Collins looked absolutely amazing. I thought he looked great. He's got his presence alone just screams professional wrestler, and he has some moves inside that ring. BT. I mean, I'm really looking forward. We've seen him before. It wasn't his debut. We've seen him before, but he gets better and better every time we see him. We also saw Adonis Vane come through with the assistance there at the end. Big guy, man. Did you see that big boot?
Big guy.
Oh, he put his big boot through his chest, man. He followed through with that one. I loved it. And not only that, we see that Memphis Wrestling now on Fight TV. My gosh, man. Moving on up.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
And then we also saw Tim Bosby versus Zay Washington for the Internet Championship. Tim Bosby, my God, what an athlete here for Memphis Wrestling. This guy's going to be a real problem in his debut going against the champ Zay Washington, who's no stranger to Memphis Wrestling or winning championships. That was an elite competitor in Memphis Wrestling. Tim Bosby almost had him, had a little minor error there towards the end. He almost had him, but fell a little short there. Zay Washington getting the win. Those are my hits this week.
All right, man. Piggyback on some of that stuff. I'm going to start out by Terrence Ward joined us on commentary. Terrence, he's been here with the show, and I've known Terrence for a long time. Really good job. Really good job. Mackenzie
Perfect.
Morgan, she answered my question. I asked you many times, can she wrestle? Can she wrestle? Yes, she can. She looked really good. DK slapped the taste out of John Dalton's mouth. That's right. I like that. I like him challenged. John Dalton, I wrote this and I've said this before. He has something. He has something, and you can't teach it. It's a really babyface. That's all it is. He went around the ring. Very good. Very good. Alan Steele, he puts some kind of with a veteran like that, he puts his stamp on it, and he makes it feel that more important for me. Justin Klein, man, he's good on the microphone. Just really good on the microphone. Reverend Ash Taylor, hallelujah, amen, JB, hallelujah, amen. I can't wait to see what they do with him in the main event. Big hits for me. The Boss, that's what I'm going to call him. The Boss, Tim Bosley against Zay Washington. Great story as Tim asked for the title shot in the dressing room, gets the title shot. He wasn't going to shake any hands when it come to Zay. He didn't shake Alan's hand. A whole story there. This guy, what a talent they got. What a talent. A natural, a complete natural. All right, JB, that was our hits. What about misses? What are your misses for the week?
There's a lot of great talent there at the Memphis Wrestle Center. For the Stars of Tomorrow, I was hoping to see more in action. I believe we saw 3 in action there in Mackenzie Morgan, Ray Collins, and Tim Bosby. I was hoping to see a little bit more. But other than that, wanting to see more, I think that's about the best miss you could get. I wanted to see more. I thought everything was absolutely great.
All right, man. I don't do this a lot. I always am a little picky. Man, I always have some kind of miss. But I want to say something. And Jimmy Blaylock wasn't on this show, so I can't pick on him. I can't say enough good things about this show.
Agreed.
Like I said, hardly ever do it. I'm just not going to have a miss. The goal of a wrestling company versus a wrestling school are together, hand in hand. You want to produce talent that you can then use on television year in, year out. And he Dustin and the crew have set it up for a Stars of Tomorrow for next year. I mean, it's already there. The next stage of this would be to get somebody signed. Who's going to be the first that gets signed either with the WWE or AEW or a bigger promotion? And so that they can say, he is from the Memphis school. They got it here. They had just no misses. I love the little videos of everybody. Yes. I love the way they put this together. I'll be honest with you, JB. This could have been horrible because the talent is limited to what they can do. They didn't make them do things that they couldn't do. They put together matches that were entertaining. That main event, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit, that was a very, very entertaining match. So big thumbs up to them. No misses for me this week. All right, JB, we're up to MVP. Who is your MVP of the week?
My MVP, I got 2 of them. 2 of them.
All right.
One, Terrence Ward. Terrence Ward did an immaculate job. He did an immaculate job sitting there at commentary. I mean, it gave it a big fight feel. You also had Alan Steele there doing a little commentary at the end in the main event. It just made it feel like a really big special show. And man, they just did an incredible job. And my other MVP goes to all the Stars of Tomorrow that were in action there. Shout out to Mackenzie Morgan. Shout out to Ray Collins and shout out to Tim Bosby. They all shined in their own way. They all proved exactly what Alan Steele said, that Memphis wrestling, the future of Memphis wrestling, is definitely in good hands, and I cannot wait to see the others show what they got as well.
I think I'm pronouncing dude's name wrong, but the MVP to me is it Bosley or
Bosby?
Bosby, Tim Bosby. All right, Tim Bosby is my MVP. MVP of the day. Guys, I've seen a lot of first matches. I've been there for people's first matches, their debut. The Boz is a natural. I'm just going to go out and say this. He's going to be a star in this business, whether it be the WWE or whatever. He's just a natural. He is a shoot wrestler that also always helps. Not always, but a lot of times. Reminded me of a very young Kurt Angle, a very young Brock Lesnar, that kind of mold. And Shelton Benjamin kind of remind me of him too. But it's the same build. And the guy's young, man. He has all the potential in the world. There's some things he done in that match that some of the veterans, guys, some of you, I've been saying, don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. He wasn't making any mistakes. Hats off to everybody that helped train him, and hats off to him. The Boz is my MVP of the week. All right, we're up to question of the week. All right, up to question of the week. Fast Food 901 wrote in to say, Sleazy E talked about his go-to meal for traveling to the matches. BT and JB, what is your go-to meal on the way to the wrestling matches? You want to take this one first, JB? What's your go-to meal?
I don't think I should.
Oh, come on.
Grapes. I'll say grapes.
Go-to meal. Oh, it's grapes. I get that.
Grapes.
I get that. Really, I'm going to tell you one of the I thought of, it's really not a go-to meal, but it's really it tells how poor I was, by the way. But when I was doing the WrestleRideOnline.com, we would go to wrestling in Rector, Arkansas. We'd always have tickets waiting on us. But on the way, we'd stop by McDonald's, and there was me and two kids, and we would eat for less than $5.
That sounds beautiful.
No, it was $6.32 because we would get two things off the dollar menu, and we would eat. And that's all I could think about is McDonald's is my go-to meal. All right, man. Thanks for that question. Anything else you want to comment there?
Oh, I was going to say, it might make you feel better. It's not necessarily a poor man's meal. Even Warren Buffett eats McDonald's every day. That's his favorite meal. That's his favorite place to go. So,
well, the thing about it is, buddy, it wasn't that was a poor man's meal. That's all the money I had. So it kind of was.
There you go.
It kind of was the poor man's meal when you got three kids, and they want to eat out. But they were real happy with it. So, question of the week, you can call 501-232-1701 or email us at stspodclub@gmail.com. I still got a few crazy ones to come up with. I thought this was kind of different. But go ahead, guys, get your questions in, and we'll keep playing them. We'll play them on audio, or we will read them for next week's question of the week. All right, that was question of the week. We're up to, what do you look forward to on next week's show?
For me, it's got to be Derek King, B.I.G., JD. I'm looking forward to it. Man, that slap, he followed through with that slap, man.
Oh, man, I got to see it too. DK against Big John Dalton, and we got Ray Sanders going against Colton Cage. Should be a good match. I want to say I got excited, or I heard something wrong last week, and I was talking about I can't wait for the Trios tournament next week. Well, the Trios tournament's not for another 2 weeks. I just got too excited, I guess. But I'm looking forward to Ray Sanders against Colton Cage, and we're going to see what can Ray do in the ring, and DK against Big John Dalton. Before we get to the last thing here, I want to tell y'all, join our Facebook page. I was just talking about WrestlingRideOnline.com. If you were a fan of that, or you came to the site, JB, we had 2,200 people on an average every day stop by the website for 5 years straight. So there's all kinds of potential here, guys. Come on, jump on our Facebook page. It's Shooting the Shiznit without a G. That's without a G. And we post 2 to 5 things every day. If you're missing out if you don't like the page and watch all the stuff that we put up there. I put videos from other parts, other wrestling promotions in the Memphis area featuring the Memphis wrestling talent. So it's pretty fun. And JB, Go ahead, brother. Put over your Twitch channel.
Oh man, twitch.tv/RhinoJB. Come join me every day, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We talk wrestling, we watch WWE 2K, and my gosh, we party. We party, BT, at 7 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I've been there, and I looked,
It's wild.
and you had a glass of grapes that one morning.
Grapes every
it was
day.
really, really early. All right. All right, guys. Must see. What is your must see of the show?
My must see is going to have to be Tim Bosby versus Zay Washington for the internet championship right there. You had a little bit of interference in that match, dealing with his rift, if you will, with Aaron Roberts. And Tim Bosby, like you said, made no mistakes in that match. I think everybody needs to watch that match to know exactly what's going on with the stars of tomorrow. Tim Bosby, Zay Washington, must see.
Bosby against Zay Washington's a must see for me too. I like the whole thing with Alan Steele being on commentating and commentary there, and just explaining everything and saying this kid is a natural, blah blah blah. I mean, he told the story there, and they told the story about him saying, "I want this shot. I want my first match to be a title shot." I just loved all of that. That match is one of those things I'm going to share with a lot of people, because if you have that as your debut match, man, you're going to have to fill your own shoes. You want to keep improving over and over and over. I've been hearing about this guy. I think you said something to me, and then a couple of the other guys, I had messaged them about something, and they said, wait till you see Tim. And I'd seen a picture of him at the school, but I had not seen him move, work, or anything. Fantastic. The ending, too, with him not shaking Alan Steele's hand. What are we going to get there? Are we going to get Alan Steele? Oh, we got to wait. We got to wait. That was our must-see for the week. All right, man. It's Saturday. That was episode 89 of Rolling into Mempho. We'll be here, same bad time, same bad channel, on the best little wrestling podcast in the business. Be there. And as everyone knows, I love my mama.